Yeah, let's take it to academia.
Hell yeah, which I definitely feel like this is what this qualifies as.
Academia, not cookies.
What's fascinating...
Yeah, you can laugh. There's
White chocolate academia nut.
All right. All right. That'll be the last pun we accept on this show.
Bing, bang, nut, nut. There it is. There it is. Welcome to... Yo, you gotta let me get through it. You gotta
Go ahead. You're going crazy.
Welcome to another brand new episode of My Mama Told Me.
The podcast where we dive deep into the pockets of Black conspiracy theories.
And we work to prove that the Nike Corporation is in fact an offshoot of the Newport Corporation, developed to take all of Black people's money. Look at the symbols. They just flipped it upside down, people. I am David Bory.
Whoa. I'm Langston Kerman, and I'm shocked. I'm shocked at what the web you're spinning right now.
It's not a web. It's not a web if it's
terrifying.
real. It's not a web if it's real.
Well, web. All right. I get what you're trying to say. I don't think you're nailing that part of it. But the thing you said before, that feels like something.
I'm saying flip it upside down. Flip it upside down.
Fuck. And so to be clear, what you're also suggesting is that they invented Newports. Mm-hmm. They were like, this is a business. We know we're gonna kill these motherfuckers with this shit.
We have great ads.
And they were like, that's not a fucking enough. Too many of them are surviving. Mm-hmm. Flip that check upside down. We got a new idea.
The athletic ones on board as well.
Fuck.
Because you remember the Newport ads always doing very athletic things.
That's true.
Remember?
Yeah, it was like a cigarette that you could could play football with. Yeah. You could cave a man's chest in and then have a nice cigarette.
Yeah. It was always for the Black on the go.
A strong cigarette. Oh, yeah. Fuck, man.
And I'm saying,
goddamn, I gotta warn my uncle.
It's too late, bro. We have gone too far. I mean, I'm surprised. They might strike me down for talking about this on the podcast. We're getting that big.
Well, I pray to God our guest today has some kind of information that can comfort us inside of this. I don't know that anybody could, but if anybody could, it's him. He's so fucking funny. One of my favorite guests that we've ever had the pleasure of talking to. Truly hilarious. You know him as a writer, an actor, comedian extraordinaire, but more specifically, you know that on March 3rd, season 2 of Grand Crew, a show he stars in and is phenomenal in. He's so funny. Give it up for our guest, Mr. Carl Tart.
My guys. I do have a little bit that can ease you about Newport cigarettes.
Here we go.
So one time there are two, they make two ads. There is a Newport ad in white magazines and Newport ad in Black magazines.
Right. Sure.
Here's the crazy part. The people are doing the exact same pose.
So they didn't even...
I've seen this. It was in a Jet magazine, a couple on the beach walking down, and they're like, doing that with the cigarette.
Yeah.
And then you see in Cosmo, it's the same exact pose, like walking on the beach, and the white lady's like, It's so they trying to kill white people too.
That's diabolical.
So it's less of an intentional, a singular attack and more like separate mall Santas.
Yeah.
Here's my question: is who set the template though, brother? Are they telling the white couple that the brother had his arm crooked like this, or are they telling the Black couple that the white lady had her neck cocked like this?
Exactly. Hey, the brother always got his arm crooked and the Black lady always got her neck cocked. Keep an arm crook.
Fuck. This is heavy. This is heavy shit.
No, I'm not playing around. Because it's like, I mean, I would go so far as to say, you ever had like on a hot day a Newport fresh out of the freezer? It's like a sports drink.
I've never smoked a cigarette in my life, and certainly I wasn't freezing them.
They don't freeze, Langston, you fucking nerd.
I didn't even know that was an option. My grandmother smoked Pall Mall Reds for 50 years before her throat exploded with cancer, and never once was she like, "Baby, put one of them packs in the freezer."
Well, they weren't menthol. It doesn't cool them down like that.
They did. My auntie and my grandma smoked King Cools, Filter King Cools.
Oh yeah.
And they would put them in the fridge to keep them fresh, or freeze in the deep freezer, because they would buy them by the case or in the car.
Oh, because they were buying such grand loads of King Cools
and Dorals too. They would smoke Doral.
Doral, that's a smooth finish.
We can't talk cigarettes all day. Although Bori, I think would make this a cigarette podcast. If he could.
No, I'm anti-cig. I'm just saying I've tasted the delights.
You tasted all the shits.
If it's a menthol, I've had it fresh out the freezer at some point.
Wow. Well, we can't make this a cigarette podcast because, Carl, you came to us with a conspiracy theory that when I read it, I was like, what the fuck is this? What? I've never heard of this before in my life. I was furious. I slammed my head on the desk and I said, this man doesn't respect us if this is the kind of foolery that he's bringing to our community. He doesn't even think this is a real podcast. And then Olivia was like, hey man, calm down. Here's what he's talking about. And my mind was blown. You said, my mama told me
turtles are racist.
Yeah.
She wanna fuck with the big egg. That just felt right. That one just felt, I don't know.
Turtles are racist. Now, I've seen a video of a man with a shoe on, and on the side of his shoe.
Remember, it's important. He is wearing a shoe.
He's wearing a shoe. This is what kind of is the what is that called? The hypothesis, or like this is the study, the case study. This is
the thesis statement.
I forgot what. Remember, we used to have to do science projects in elementary school, and we would get like the folding board.
Yeah,
I mean, you're talking to like a 6-time volcano man. So I was I went to a lot of different schools. You could just do the volcano again.
Do the volcano.
I used to go all out for them shits. Me and my dad made pickles one year and like did the science of pickles and shit.
Operative word being dad. I was in the house, volcano alone.
I was the kid that would ask his mom the night before it's due, being like, "Ma, can we go to the dollar store and get a poster board?"
Well, and not to harp on volcanoes. Here's the thing: you could go to TJ Maxx and get a volcano. They had them in the toy section. Because remember, TJ Maxx had terrible toys.
Yeah,
it was all scientific. There was always a volcano in this. Right now, any TJ Maxx you go to, that's corporate. That's a corporate mandate.
Their toys feel like the Island of Misfit Toys was like, hey, chill.
Yeah.
We're misfits, not whatever that is.
They got flashcards and like some biscotti. That's the toy aisle.
Yeah, it's real bad. It's just those sticky hands that you throw against the wall.
And they fall down. So the guy's wearing a shoe. And on the side of the shoe, he's got white tape on the side of his brown like dress shoe.
That's right.
He's got white tape. With the white tape, the turtle walks up to the shoe, does not have a reaction to it at all. He rips off the white tape, and there's black tape under the white tape, and the turtle starts to ram the shoe. Boom.
Is this a white man?
This is a white. I don't know who the guy was. You just saw his leg.
He was
wearing a sock, so it's a white man. The turtle just starts to ram the shoe when he sees the black tape. Then he takes off the black tape, and it's just the brown shoe, and the turtle continues to ram the shoe. I've never seen a turtle behave this way.
That's what blew my mind when I watched it, because like I was like, oh, the turtle probably just like nipped at it a little bit and then walks away. This turtle is losing its fucking mind. It like truly, it looks like it's in like fucking Friday Night Lights, and a mean dad is gonna beat it if it doesn't run through that wall type shit. Like it's going crazy on this goddamn shoe.
Yeah, it was trying to hit the sled. The turtle was definitely trying to hit the sled.
It makes me feel like this. It's because I don't want to put this on. When I watch the video, it makes me feel. It makes me feel like
put this all on turtles. Is that what you're saying?
It makes me feel like this happened to this one turtle. Like he lost his girl, they were in love, whatever, and then I think he attacked it with a ferocity that makes me feel like there was a specificity to it.
So, if I'm hearing you correctly, this isn't so much not all turtles as it is like his rage feels especially rageful compared to every other turtle.
I want to start by saying all turtles matter.
I was just about to say, Bori shooting him bail for that turtle supremacy. Internalized turtle supremacy.
But yeah, I think it was just this turtle had been trained. Because I love turtles, man. I communed with a turtle in the sea in Hawaii not 3 months ago.
Yeah.
And he almost drowned you, didn't he?
It was one of the most.
He tried to drown you.
It was one of the most incredible experiences of my life. You know who the turtle didn't like? The white lady who asked if I was wearing a Cool Running shirt. He didn't like her.
Yeah. Okay, but here's what I'll say is everybody likes a rich white man when you're in the owner's box. You know what I mean? Like you were sitting in the fucking box with the turtle. You're on Hawaiian beaches. Yeah, this motherfucker's probably cool as shit. Now take him to like a fucking alley in Chicago and see how he behaves.
Why would he be in an alley in Chicago?
I don't know, but that's his real, that's what's in his heart.
Man, listen, I think he saw a like-minded individual. I've always felt a kinship with turtles. I've been like, oh, you guys just cruise around all day, no job, just floating? Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Like, I don't want to. It hurts. I mean, I do think, I look at culturally, do I think turtles have been black? No, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles decidedly not black.
Not with those Italian names.
No. And not with the Cowabunga dudes.
Yeah. There are a lot of Cowabunga dudes, and they only ate pizza. It was, black families love pizza, but we got other stuff going on.
Yeah, they never had like shrimp Alfredo.
Yeah.
The black people's Italian dish.
Mostly shrimp. It's mostly the shrimp that does
But
it.
we can all make it. Raise your hand if you can't make shrimp Alfredo.
Hey,
exactly.
You come home from work, your girl that made you dinner. Valentine's Day ain't no Alfredo sauce in the store.
No. You put a steak with it. It's all the same color. Oh, come on, man.
Yeah, you're getting vodka sauce if you waited till Valentine's Day to look for your Alfredo.
You got to stock up on your Alfredo before February 12th.
You're trying to find a Tickle Me Elmo in 1998. You better cut it out. All right, so Carl, you watch this video. You see this turtle attack this man's shoe. Mm-hmm. Are you immediately like, racism, we got to shut down all turtles? Was that it for you, or did more push you over the edge?
More pushed me over the edge, because then I started seeing facts about turtles that live for 200 years. I'm like, so y'all saw slavery and you didn't do anything? You just went back into your shell and let it happen?
Wait, you're blaming turtles for letting slavery happen.
Listen, all I'm saying is where I'm from, we got a lot of water. I'm from the Gulf Coast of Mississippi. We got a lot of water down there. Louisiana, the swamps, the bayous, everything. And it's a lot of turtles around. So they had a chance. They could have
risen up.
Damn.
You could have come out the fucking swamps and like been another angle of attack for civil rights.
Have you seen a turtle stand up for anything?
No. Yeah. See? And that's the problem, because neutrality is siding with the oppressor.
You are taking a very hard stance as pro. You're not even considering the possibility that these motherfuckers are on the bad side.
They could have rammed a lot of slave masters' ankles.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah. See? I think Carl's making solid points, and you keep being like,
no animal stood up for racism. during slavery. It wasn't just turtles. Where were the horses at? We're going to start with the turtles, the ones we saw the least. The least? You know how many horses
carried us on the Underground Railroad.
Rode Masso around in the field. You think he was walking? He was on a bitch-ass horse. If we got a problem with an animal, I just don't think a turtle is where we need to start.
I think where I hear you, yes, there were animals that were much more directly complicit.
You know how many pigs saw niggas get beat? Pigs watch the whole shit, and they're as smart as we are.
But listen, first of all, that's not.
That's what they say.
Okay.
Look it up, Langston.
Here's the other thing I'll say to you is, yes, some of these other animals could have done something, but not all of them were nearly as free as turtles were. Horses are slaves of their own form. Pigs are slaves. Mm-hmm. Turtles are loose. They could have done something. And they're as smart as we are, if you read the science.
I don't think no, I think...
Well, you made one up. I'm going to make one up.
No, I didn't make one up. Pigs are smart as hell. Don't do that.
Them motherfuckers didn't make Get Out. Shut up. They're not that damn smart.
Pigs ain't that smart. Nothing that tastes that good is smart.
No,
I think that there's a lot of Instagram bitches that would taste delicious, and they're very smart.
That's fair. I can't argue with that.
You don't think some of these...
A point's a point.
Yeah.
I don't... So you're saying that, Carl, either way, they saw something, they've survived all this time. Mm-hmm. Their racism almost has to be cooked into the foundation of what they are.
Yep. And with them straws up their nose, they're snorting coke.
They are good dancers. Here's the thing, because is anyone on this panel afraid of a turtle?
I wouldn't want to hold one. I remember one time a turtle got into my auntie's yard, and our neighbor, his name's Red, he took the turtle, like, we walked it back down to the creek, and he held it the whole time and turned it over and chased its wrinkles. I guess he could tell how old it was from something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then he tossed it back. I'll never forget this. This was summer of '96. And
that was a big summer.
I remember
Professor.
Yeah, summer '96, Nutty Professor, watching Power Rangers every day. And Red walked this turtle down to the creek and threw it back in the water. And I was just like, man, it's a nasty animal. I don't like reptiles, though.
I thought something crazy was about to happen, but you just watched him throw it, and you're like, "That's nasty."
That's nasty.
I was really on the edge of my seat,
no, nothing
and
crazy.
then the turtle ate part of Red's finger. And
I thought the turtle was
swam
gonna
away.
shit. I thought it was gonna shit, but truly nothing happened.
Nah, nothing happened. You were just like, that motherfucker nasty.
Yeah, I think he just swam up through the ditch, and
I don't know that I'm afraid of the average turtle, but I don't know if you've seen videos of what snapping turtles can do.
Yeah,
them motherfuckers are terrifying.
Yeah,
the quickness at which they're able to break a fucking femur just in one bite. Yeah, I'm real scared of it.
Snapping turtles weren't the ones watching slavery, though.
I think snapping turtles might be the black ones.
A
snapping turtle. You seen that video? That lady? Look at there, a snapping turtle.
Oh man, I haven't seen that video, but boy, do I want that drop now. I'd love.
My Lord, a snapping turtle. Wow,
that's so funny.
Listen, man. I mean, I know that you did research, and we want to hear it. I'm just not here for. I like turtles.
Yeah.
What do you like about them? Some animals. Okay, this is gonna get me canceled.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. I've been to the aquarium. What's that aquarium in Kentucky across the river from Cincinnati? The big one. I was in that. I was doing Go Bananas. And I was in that aquarium pretty high, man. And just how sometimes you look at an animal and you're like, I get what you're doing, and he's like, I get what you're doing. That's how I felt. That's how I felt with sea turtles.
You felt a bond with the sea turtles.
Mm-hmm. And no other. I don't feel that way about horses. I don't even like animals, to be completely honest. Fine.
That's interesting to me that you say you don't really like animals like that, because that's what I was about to say when I said I'll get canceled. I'm not a big animal guy, but
me either. People get so mad. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. if I'm gonna pick an animal to like, it ain't gonna be no damn turtle or any type of reptile. So that's why I'm
It's a
interested
sea
in your
turtle. You don't even hang out. We see each other once every 6 years. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's what I was going to say is I actually think who you're defending might have had the real chance for the argument you're making about not having seen anything. Sea turtles are legit under the water all the time.
They're just.
I'm talking about tortoises and terrapins.
You're talking about turtle soup.
Yeah, I'm talking about the motherfuckers that are like hanging out on land watching
Teenage Mutant Ninjas
shit happen. Yeah, those motherfuckers are the complicit ones. So I'll let you have your sea turtles.
They're not my sea turtles. They're for the world. But the point... Even these land turtles... Of all the animals that were going to rise up to stop slavery, I'm just saying.
Here you go. I tried to give you the white guy that can do the Dougie.
There. No,
and now you're like, but I also
put it
want
on turtles. They're little and slow. They're little and slow.
Man, all right. I feel like they put turtles at the front line based off the research Carl's already presenting to us.
That's not research.
I don't know. I like the way the man talk.
I studied this at the University of Kentucky.
All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be back with more Carl Tart and more My Mama Told Me.
Because I look good. That is? I smell good. I feel good.
And you sing good.
And make love good.
Oh.
Welcome back.
Is that when he laughed?
Yeah. He's doing good.
Why is that lady?
Big ass glasses.
Why is that lady? That's my favorite part. After he said,
he said, "Oh, like you didn't go backstage with James Brown right after that." James knocked them all down.
He did. The man was something else.
Hardest working man in show business.
We're still talking about the possibility that turtles are racist. Carl seems very much on the pro, and David is denying it with all of his heart.
Denying is not the right word.
He's rejecting every single moment of what Carl's presenting to us. And so maybe the best way for us to potentially resolve this is to get into some research. Let's unpack some research together. To the point that you were making about that one video, I actually, Carl, came across a number of videos of that exact same tortoise attacking other black shoes on completely different days and times.
The same one. Fact, it was the same
one. I will admit it's the same one. But they so much so that they even at one point set up a shoe maze of all white shoes. They create this elaborate maze for the turtle to walk itself through. It never attacks anything, and then at the end of that
sounds
maze,
like academia. Am I right?
They put one black shoe right at the end of it, and it like ran and beat the fuck out of that shoe.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, it's really.
It just curb stomped a fucking shoe at the end of a maze.
So it might just be this one, like this one
That's
turtle.
That's what I'm telling you.
But see, I've never once said that all white people are racist. But these turtles that saw these things, they didn't do anything. If you are neutral, you are siding with the oppressive turtle.
Wait. I have so many questions. Where is this one turtle? Is this a Florida turtle?
It's some dude's turtle who like is a TikTok man, and so it's a little weird. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where it's like, where does anybody on TikTok live? They don't really
Florida.
exist. Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, they're in Florida. They're like living with 3 teenagers in a suburb of California.
Are turtles smart enough to be trained?
I don't know of any like well-trained turtles. I think people keep turtles as pets because they can't do much.
Yeah.
So it's like, you don't know what you're doing, but you can't go nowhere.
You're just a weird guy and you want a pet, but you don't want to show like affection.
Yeah, you don't need love.
See, and that's my thing. I don't think, can any reptile be trained? Like, I don't think you can't train an alligator.
Any reptile can be loved.
No. I don't see people who have snakes, and if you're listening to this and you got a snake, be prepared to be offended.
Yeah,
but
trigger warning.
Trigger warning. Keep it internal though. I don't need to hear about it.
Yeah.
Talk with your mother about it.
Sure.
And say that dude just dissed me, ma, and I'm mad about it. But I don't need to hear about it.
No,
I don't understand people who like to have reptiles as pets.
No, keep going.
Yeah. I'll say this. I actually think I'd love a turtle as a pet because that's
because you're a super villain.
Yeah, I'm not a good guy. But
you want to be. You are like, you're the craziest guy I know because you're like, I think your core is bad, but everything surrounding is good. So you had to adapt to the good despite your core wanting to be bad. And that bad core, that's what wants a reptile as a companion.
No, I'm ready to light a match at any point, man. It's truly, that's where I'm at all times. So you're probably right about that. But turtle seems nice. They just, you feed them lettuce and you be like, hey, what you doing? And he don't care.
He doesn't give a shit.
He don't give a fuck. That's nice.
See, and I'm a good person, and I think it's the spawn of the devil.
All right.
I definitely think snakes are spawns of the devil. Because what are you protecting?
I think snakes are a weirder choice for sure. Like that's as a pet, that's fucking, because that's dangerous in a way that like even the nice ones ain't that. You know what I mean? Like you can't guarantee.
What is a nice snake? I don't trust anytime somebody's walking down the street with like a python around their neck, I'm crossing the street.
You won't even walk past.
I
won't even walk
that
past
is a
it.
thing I've only ever seen in the South. Never seen that in the North. Just like a dude wearing a snake like a bracelet.
New York City, big dog.
Yeah, go down there.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Santee Alley. You go downtown if you're trying to get some discount clothes. Go down there and you'll see guys walking around with snakes around their necks and around their wrists like a watch.
I don't like snake guys.
I can't stand them. It's just like you know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You're a snake guy. You know what you're doing.
You expect that I'm going to be as excited about it as you are. Get that shit out of my fucking face, man.
Don't even come near me.
And no, I don't want to hold it. And you're
the
not
ones
cooler
that make
than
me the most nervous are the ones that no, you're fine.
It's just like they put it on. Like,
no, you get it out, man. Just
I'm just saying, because they got a snake and then they're looking at you like you're some kind of a bitch because you're with your girl. And it's like, bro, I'm not like a bitch because I don't want to hold your snake. I'm just not a weird fucking guy. Like, anyway.
I'm sorry that happened to you, man.
Me too.
And I will say
Me too.
that the ones that make me the most nervous are the dudes who start taking it off before you've even had a conversation. Where they're like, they're already ready to hand it to you. That's when I'm like, bro, I get that you're comfortable, but let me like hold my hand out like a puppy or some shit and let the snake identify me. I don't know what it fucking needs yet.
Yeah, boy.
That's the sound they all make. All the snakes guys.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy.
This is terrible.
Touch my snake, boy.
Yeah. His name's Ed.
The owner of this tortoise, who has come out and sort of at one point made jokes about the turtle being racist, but then walked it back, I think, when the internet believed him. But the owner explained that he believes the tortoise is doing this because black shoes look to the tortoise like other tortoises, and apparently male tortoises or tortoises in general tend to be extremely territorial with each other and thus violent when they come across each other in more public spaces.
Wait, turtles can't see?
I guess not enough to distinguish a leather shoe and another animal.
Damn.
But I would argue this is the least believable part of the thing that I've come across. Where like, at least for me, I'm like, hey man, I don't know about this whole shoe thing.
Just because he has a tortoise doesn't mean he's like a tortoise scientist. Like, who the fuck is this guy? I don't believe it. Where's his research?
Yeah, he's not like a learned tortoise man.
You're a dude with a turtle.
Put him in the ring with another tortoise. I want to see that. Don't keep using the shoes. oh man, they was all out of tortoises at the store. I tried to get another tortoise, but they was all out of tortoises at the store. So all I had was these Air Force Ones. And
right. Yeah. Right. No, you know what you're doing. You keep putting black shoes in the ring because if we see it around another tortoise and it's chill, this is your whole shit falls apart.
I don't think that. Yeah, I think this is a one-off. I think this is a weird guy with a colorblind turtle that gets confused. He's capitalizing off of it. But I don't think that this is like.
Here's the last thing I'll say, and I hear you, but here's the last thing I'll say is I've never seen a single video in the history of my time on this planet of a tortoise behaving that way with another tortoise. I've seen a lot of videos of tortoises in the same little cage. Never once has any one of them been headbutting the other tortoise aggressively.
Come on.
Okay, but how many times have you ever seen another video of a tortoise doing anything to anything black besides this one in the shoes?
I don't see enough black people. I don't see enough black. No, wait a minute. No, wait a minute.
Not a big ass sample group.
Wait a minute. This isn't wilding out. You're not going to get points. Wait a goddamn minute.
Ding, ding, ding.
DJ D-Rec, take those points back. What I'm saying is I don't see enough black people around tortoises to be able to pull from what you're describing.
Not what I'm describing.
Yeah, well, you're imagining a world where black people are constantly hanging out with turtles, I don't see it.
I'm saying I've never seen any other video to provide this evidence besides this one. Even with Carl and Red, that turtle didn't bite Red, right? It just
Red was light skinned. I didn't get close enough. That's why we called him Red.
Yeah.
Red's very light skinned man. Has Native American in it.
I should have seen that coming.
Yeah, I didn't stand too close to the damn thing. Also, well, I want to say I do see a lot of tortoises wearing Luka Doncic jerseys, and none of them.
And they just keep saying he plays cleaner basketball somehow.
He just plays the game the right way. Saw a tortoise hit 50,000 on Mac McClung's dunk contest.
Man, we don't even need to bring up that shit. I don't want to talk about that.
I
don't want to talk about that dunk contest.
Reading about all of this did remind me of some of the things that I know to be true about segregation in the animal community. There are versions of real segregation that happens. For examples, when baby chicks are born, they often will separate themselves from brown and yellow. Like I've seen literal video of it from a former agent who like used to have a farm and shit, and it's literally they come out the fucking egg and then they go like brown over here and yellow over there, and then they just like kind of do chick shit separately.
Your agent was like, "See, Langston, this is why separation is not as bad. It's in the animal kingdom. You understand?"
All I'm saying is submit the tape for Barbershop 6, Langston. That's all we're asking. Just send the tape in.
Sure. So I can finally live out my truth.
You're a brown chick.
It did make me go, well, in considering Carl's suggestion about these racist turtles, it did at least introduce the premise that animal racism, or at the very least separation, can exist, which might lead to racism. If one of those yellow chicks, God forbid, were to force its way into that brown circle, they might have to beat his ass, or vice versa.
Do you think there was ever a yellow chick that like assimilated? Like, nah, he's just with us now. He gets fades.
I hope so. I hope they could.
We grew up with him.
Yeah, I hope there's just one yellow chick in there like that white Kappa. You know what I mean? Just
shimmies real hard.
Yeah, he shimmies like a motherfucker. I ended up coming across an article on a website called backyardchickens.com.
This is your research?
Come on, bro. I would argue this is harder than what they do at Harvard.
As someone who's found himself often on backyardchickenheads.com, if the sites are any similar,
They're not. They're not. And believe me, I was familiar. And it did autofill, and I had to delete heads. I had to get heads out the way because we were focused on chickens this time.
I'm at work.
Not today, Satan, is what I yelled out. But I found an article from somebody who has this exact problem with their chicks, or actually chickens, and they basically said, just wondering if my birds are strange or if I can fix this. I have 6 silkies, 3 black hens, 2 black roosters, and 1 white rooster. The 5 black birds totally ostracize the white guy, and the black roos pick on him and chase him. He is very shy, timid guy and tries very hard to be invisible. My plan is to find a home for one of the black roos and possibly for the white one. Okay, all right, go ahead. You got it.
Whoa. You're
Yeah.
gonna kick the. Sounds like one of them's not assimilating. You're gonna kick the black one out.
That's what I thought too.
Because you can tell how he related to him. He's like, he's just a good guy. They just don't know him.
He gets real fucking active with that black roo, even though they're fine. The 5 black ones are chilling.
Having a good time together, from what I can understand.
And here come this white cornball.
Because he listens to John Mayer, he gets to stay in the house.
Nah, it was a wild choice, especially because he goes on to say, and possibly a new home for the white one. But I had an idea, and I'm wondering if it might work. The black roo I'm keeping is head honcho, and since this white guy is so submissive, I was hoping it would be possible to keep him too. I don't want him to be alone though, so I was wondering if I adopted a couple white hens, would they hang out with him, or would the dominant black roo take them too? I'm also getting 2 Rhode Island Reds in a few weeks. My neighbor is growing them up for me with chicks. Any advice is appreciated.
Here's my advice. Go and get a girlfriend because this is insane.
Go ahead to backyardchickenheads.com because you're spending too much time on just regular backyard chickens.
What is this gaining you?
Yeah. Just let those chickens kill each other.
Yeah,
what the fuck?
Who cares, man?
Let them peck each other alive. What is this? Your business?
Yeah, this guy's an idiot. And that's chickens. But I mean, to go back to the foundation of this whole argument.
Yeah.
I still stand with I don't believe the turtles are racist. I think this one guy figured it out how to like get some money off of his turtle. I think turtles are too dark to be racist. Turtles are dark as hell.
Wow, interesting.
Why would they look at white people and think they turtles are dark?
Man.
I'll say this, Cubans can be dark as hell too, and them motherfuckers turn on us immediately.
Well, that's a different podcast. That's like a whole different.
Yeah, they don't like us for a second.
My experiences told me.
I'm not black.
I hear you. Turtles are dark as hell. They're one of the darker animals in the animal kingdom. It's hard to know why turtles are behaving this way, sir, or at least
I don't think turtles are big. I think there's one and there's a rogue everything. You know what I mean? You can find one rogue, any group, it's not hard to find one rogue. I think this is just one crazy turtle. I don't think we can besmirch the good name of turtles.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles didn't have any black friends.
Nope. They didn't have any friends.
They have friends.
April O'Neil was a dear friend.
Oh, but they were trying to fuck.
She was literally willing to fuck Raphael for a minute. There was like a weird tension between them.
I'm just saying they didn't have a lot of friends. I mean, they didn't have
Casey Jones.
Yeah.
And he was cool as hell.
Yeah.
He had his belly out. Hockey mask.
That's the number one cool thing about Casey Jones.
Yeah, he was so confident. That guy didn't care what anybody had to say about him. I'm like, God damn, he's so confident. I like you, Casey Jones.
Yeah, I'm Googling it. They didn't have any black friends.
What about Bebop and Rocksteady?
Well, Bebop and Rocksteady, I believe if we're referencing the old cartoon, those started off as one was black and one was white.
Oh, and they weren't friends, though. They were
their enemies. They were, in fact, their greatest enemies.
Bebop
But they
and
never
Rocksteady.
had. They didn't have any like anti-black rhetoric either. I think they're right.
I haven't heard that.
Right.
Oh, they had the ninja rap. Oh, done by a white man. Fuck.
Right.
The white man calling it a ninja rap.
Yeah.
Go ninja, go ninja,
Ninja,
go.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
They knew what they was doing.
Ninja rat. Yeah. Damn.
Sound like nigga rat to me.
Somebody needs to call Vanilla. Call Vanilla.
Yeah.
Sounds like nigga rat. Oh,
nigga rat. Get Umar on the phone and
rats. Nigga.
let's drop
You
this
don't
on
find
him.
that
See.
suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
That's another man whose confidence I admire because his willingness to repeat a thing over and over again directly in camera the way he said it moments ago, I don't have it. I could never in my life be that guy.
It's one of the best reasons to listen to him. Cause
Yeah.
like, you know when he's gonna nail something. He's like, hey, y'all didn't hear me. Like y'all, didn't, y'all don't hear me. Y'all ain't
say it
listening.
again. Oh, you didn't know I was with the ninjas?
Here's the last little piece of research I'll present to y'all. One of the things that I also came across is that a number of people talked about the racist history in the naming of certain animals. That a number of animals we don't realize are racistly named are in fact racistly named. For example, the Scots oriole. Which is some bird,
Is that a bird?
indigenous to California, I guess, was named after a person named Winfield Scott, a U.S. military commander who led the Trail of Tears, which killed 4,000 Cherokees and displaced more than 100,000 people.
Mm.
And then why'd they name the bird after him?
And then they were like, because that fucking bird's cool and we fuck with you. You know what I mean?
hear
They
what
were
you're
like,
saying, but
hell
I thought
yeah.
you were going to be like the coon pigeon. Like, I don't know. That.
Well, would it surprise you if I told you that there's in fact a jigaboo dragonfly?
Nope, that sounds about right.
I'm joking. There isn't. But wouldn't that be cool?
Someone get this jigaboo away from me.
Wouldn't that be cool if there was a jigaboo dragonfly and I was right this whole time about the names?
The porch monkey.
No, it's because it comes from Latin, porches.
Yeah, porch.
There's something called the gypsy moth. In fact, just another example. In fact, they've now come across 80 different species that they are attempting to call out and now rename as a result of like the deeply racist entomology happening with their
There's
naming
50.
of these animals. 80
God damn.
that they've
sounds right.
crossed so far.
How many are black?
The snapping turtle. A snapping turtle. Because somebody says
He's just
somebody
so good at making fun of people.
Snapping turtle went up to the shoes and went, man, look at these weak ass shoes.
Yo, dirt ass shoes, boy. And another snapping turtle was like, "Get him,
Yeah.
get him." Yeah, I 80 different species. They don't specify. I didn't get a full list of the
I
entire
bet you like
thing.
50 of them are about black people. American species?
I'll say this: it has to be so bad that there is now an entire organization or a part of an organization dedicated to resolving this problem. The Entomology Society of America.
That's somebody's job every day.
Yeah, and then they have a campaign called the Better Common Names Project, where it is dedicated to identifying racist names and finding more reasonable alternatives for these animals.
All right, I gotta do a deep dive.
Yeah. So some of these are saying there's some niggas in there. Like they just have
for
it.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Because you don't pay a person's whole salary over that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, no,
something
unless
bad
it's
happened.
deeply offensive. Olivia, is there any way by next week we can get that list?
We should just do a mini episode where we read the entire list of racist animal names.
Yeah, that'll be a good time. And guess what race it's about?
Oh, that's fun. We take turns and we get to guess who the fuck has the most race or what race is associated with these racist names.
I'm good for that. But for today's, I feel vindicated. I feel like I started out saying I didn't think turtles were racist. I think we came along and we discovered that turtles aren't racist.
Carl, do you feel like that's correct? Do you feel like that's what you felt after this?
Yeah, you know what? I feel like this might be one example. I didn't know that all the videos of these were the same turtle. So I feel like this one turtle may just be like, diamond and silk. And
that's all
Trump
it is.
is like, this is my turtle.
Yeah.
Where are my turtles?
Where are my turtles? So I'll side with Bori just because I don't want to be the guy because you call all turtles racist, then no turtles can be racist. So
that's fair.
We can definitely individualize just so we can keep the power in the word because it's real.
Unrelated, I will say that my favorite part of the diamond and silk moment that happened a few weeks ago, I'll be gentle with my words on this, is that Trump went to the funeral, was number one furious that it was a black funeral and therefore took as many hours as it did. But then moreover went up and said he didn't even know silk.
Yeah.
He said, I've never met silk before in my life. Diamond's the one I liked. I like Diamond, and she's dead now. But Silk, I don't know this bitch.
I don't know Silk. And then the funeral was so long because they had that man like marching with a pillow in the beginning, singing that song.
Truly one of the funniest funerals that's ever occurred in the history of man, and we couldn't even laugh at it because the violence that could incur from people reacting just wasn't worth it. But my God, is that funny that he just was furious.
Funny. It is great.
So damn funny.
He is hilarious.
He's a funny guy.
We never debated that. That was never up for debate. That was never the issue.
And I'm sick of. There was a moment where people were trying to pretend like it's not even funny, and it's like, no, come on, y'all.
Come on. You can't be in comedy and say that guy's not funny. Like, he's like, there definitely were some woke people being like, I just don't like how people are calling him funny because that humanizes him in a way and it doesn't. And I'm like, no, the man is objectively funny.
Yo.
He's the funniest.
And since when does humor have anything to do with morality?
Yeah.
The worst people are usually the funniest. Langston Kerman.
It's not that I align with anything he's saying. And it's certainly not me being like, I think we should keep more of him. But boy, oh boy, if this is just us watching a set, he is killing, dog.
Yeah,
he's murdering.
If you weren't from America, you would be like, that guy's hilarious.
That's crazy.
Like, if you were just in Turkey watching, you'd be like, this dude can't miss.
Yeah. You're like, I can't wait till we get comedy here because that's funny.
People's wives ugly.
I can't wait till we get comedy here. Man, we're going to have comedy in Turkey soon.
First democracy, then comedy.
Carl, could you tell the people where they can find you and what cool shit you have going on?
Oh, man. I am on Instagram at DammitCarl, DAMMITCARL, just Instagram. And check out Grand Crew on Friday nights at 8:30 p.m. starting March 3rd on the National Broadcasting Company, NBC. Or you can watch it on Peacock the next day.
That's what I was going to say. Those Peacock drops.
Oh, yeah, those were good. Go watch Grand Crew. Watch the first season and then go watch March 3rd and follow Carl. And Bori, you want to tell them where they can find you?
Cool guy jokes 87 on Instagram. I have all my dates there. You can start watching April 3rd. I'm in a cartoon called Royal Crackers on Adult Swim and then HBO Max the next day.
Hell yeah.
And then, eat some turtle stew.
Eat some turtle stew. Fuck
I don't give a fuck about these animals.
Yeah. All right. That got mean at the end.
What are you going to do? Tweet at me?
My God, don't leave your dog around David. But you can follow me.
Nigga.
You can follow. You can follow me at Langston Kerman on all platforms. I think I'm the only person still doing Twitter out there. But yeah, come see what poison I'm dropping off on that site. And as always, you can send us your conspiracy theories. You can send us your drops. You can tell David exactly what you think of him and his regards about the animals at mymommapod@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you. Follow the YouTube. And I think that's it. Follow the YouTube and bye, bitch.